What's up, guys? Caleb with Horticulture here. We're finally fruiting the oyster blocks, all right? Here's the thing. This comes with a little bit of a twist. I ordered one of the 4-tier greenhouses from Amazon and it came without the cover. So what we're gonna end up doing is putting tubs over it and seeing if we can't keep the humidity and airflow right to get these fruits looking good. I'm about to cut X's into the bag. We're gonna mist it. And then I'll do a couple update videos on how the fruit are growing. At the end, we'll talk about it. I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully this works out, but stay tuned to see what happens. Okay, here's what we ended up with. So we're gonna try a tub that is enclosed at the bottom with smaller holes around it. This is basically a mono tub flipped upside down with micropore tape on it. We've misted the inside, so this should have restricted airflow. But I leave my fans on at night because it gets super hot in here. So either way, there will have airflow. I can adjust by adding or removing micropore tape. We'll see what happens in the next few days. And then we have this tub, which is fully enclosed. There's no holes, but there's also no lid on the bottom. We may change that. I think I can put a lid under it and leave it cracked for some airflow. I might actually end up doing that just because this, I'm assuming, will be too much airflow. This is what we got, guys. I know this isn't a greenhouse. This probably isn't what most of you expected, but it is a cool little experiment. I have LEDs at the top of my room that I will leave on. Super efficient and enough light for mushrooms to grow. So the next update you see will hopefully be Primordia. All right, everybody, they're done. Finally. You can see that they're starting to drop spores all over the lid, so maybe the lid was a good idea. I know I had 4 bags. A couple of them I think were too old, and so they just didn't produce and ended up contaminating. Another one produced, but it wasn't anything worth showing. And then this one at least gave us something so that I could show you guys. Has nice wide caps. The stems are a little bigger than I'd want, honestly, but it is still a pretty cluster. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can harvest this. I don't know how. So when you harvest, you're gonna wanna go up under. And this has a pretty big cut. And pull. It's okay if some of the substrate comes with it. So that wasn't the most graceful harvest. I'm not sure what you guys saw, but this is what we have. A little bit stayed behind, but I'm happy with that. We'll weigh it and see what we got. So that's a pretty solid cluster. You can see that it's about 12.5 ounces, so 2/3 of a pound. Not bad. And just like that, guys, that's the end of it. You saw the cluster. I did end up doing a recipe on that. I didn't video it though because I wanted to test it before I uploaded it. It was fried oyster mushroom sandwiches with coleslaw and pickles, and it was bomb. It actually surprised me. I wanted to try it before I put it on the internet, and it really surprised me. I'm kind of a carnivore. I eat a lot of meat, and this recipe, I could have handed it to somebody and you couldn't tell the difference. It was so good. So look out for that. I'm gonna grow some more fresh ones, and I will post a recipe on it. But we got a successful cluster. I only showed 1 out of the 4 bags because that was the only one that was worthy of showing. The rest of them just didn't go well, and I think 2 of them contaminate for. Well, I mean, they're in my room, so it's not like a sterile environment. But as a hobby grower, these are things you're gonna run into. But fun experiment. We got it to work. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, possibly liking. I have some things planned for the future, especially that recipe. I'm excited about that. So thank you guys. See you soon.